I think the legendary, who I have a lot of respect for, who I've been watching ever since, you gotta flow, Joe. You gotta let them know, Joe. This is Fat Joe from the Bronx, the Boogie Down. This is Fat Joe, the legend. Joey Crack, Army Jacket, punch you in your face, hardcore. Fat Joe, the cloth that I've been cut from. Like, I've been around since he first came out. My ears been to the streets. This is Fat Joe. I have a high level of respect for Fat Joe and all his accolades. But does he owe Lord Jamar an apology? I think he does. I think he does.
For in your eyes I see. For in your eyes I see. For in your eyes I see what I was born to be. For in your eyes I see. For in your eyes I see. For in your eyes I see what I was born to be.
I think the legendary, who I have a lot of respect for, who I've been watching ever since, you gotta flow, Joe. You gotta let them know, Joe. This is Fat Joe from the Bronx, the Boogie Down. This is Fat Joe, the legend. Joey Crack, Army Jacket, punch you in your face, hardcore. Fat Joe, the cloth that I've been cut from. Like, I've been around since he first came out. My ears been to the streets. This is Fat Joe. I have a high level of respect for Fat Joe and all his accolades. But does he owe Lord Jamar an apology? I think he does. I think he does. How you gonna diss Lord Jamar for speaking on the things that he's speaking upon, about how hip-hop started and who was responsible for hip-hop? What race, what nationality started hip-hop? Come on, Joe. You didn't hit it on the head with this one. You need to take this one back home and evaluate this one and come back and give that man an apology. You basically dissing the foundational black man. And I understand you called him broke. In your mind, the foundational black man is just broke. Like me. I'm definitely a foundational black man. And according to my status, compared to yours, I'm probably a broke ninja. Listen, bro. This is Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian, and you call him the wackest one in the group. I was like, wow, when I seen that. You call Lord Jamar the wackest one in the group. I'm not saying that he wasn't, and I'm not saying that he was. I'm not saying that Grand Poobah was better than him or worse than him, or Sadat X was better or worse. But to signal him out, or to single him out, and say he was the wackest one in the group, coming from you, that wasn't official. You a hip-hop legend just like he is. Lord Jamar is a hip-hop legend from a legendary group called Brand Nubian. Now, we could take it back to where you came from, Fat Joe. Where did you come from when you was young and you got started in hip-hop? You was running behind the Zulu Nation. That Bronx thing. You wanted to be a part of it. That hip-hop Bronx thing that was going on. You wanted to be a part of that. You also got down with DITC, digging in the crates. Now you're saying Lord Jamar was the wackest one in the group of Brand Nubian. Let's talk about the group that you were a part of. Diamond D, Showbiz and AG. Showbiz and AG, Diamond D, Lord Finesse. Tell me, Joe, tell me this right here. You were in a group called Digging in the Crates, which was legendary in hip-hop, street culture, that consists of members Diamond D, Showbiz and AG, Lord Finesse, Fat Joe, amongst others. Let's just talk about the ones I named. You wasn't the wackest one in the group, Joe? You wasn't the wackest one in the group. Tell me back then, in the early 90s, I'm 48 years old. I'm 48 years old. Tell me, in the early 90s, that you was better than Lord Finesse. Tell me in the early 90s, Fat Joe, that you was better than Diamond D. I got a man, but your man ain't me. What your man got to do with me? Tell me you was making records better than that, Fat Joe, back then. Fast forward, we got the Fat Joe, Let's Make It Rain. You got Lil Wayne in the video, Let's Make It Rain. You got niggas don't dance, they just pull up their pants, do the rock away, lean back. You know what I'm saying? You got Nothing Could Stop Me, I'm all the way up. And we all supported you. Guess who supported you? The foundational black man supported you. The niggas supported you. And now you want to diss? Because Lord Jamar gives credit to the foundational black man, the youth, the young people. They're the ones who started hip hop. And it doesn't matter. There were Jamaicans in the beginning. There was Puerto Ricans in the beginning. So everybody played a part, but what was the nucleus of what they were playing? This is what Lord Jamar's argument is. He's trying to tell you that, yes, there were some Jamaicans around when hip-hop was getting started and getting busy, but was Jamaicans back then bringing Jamaican culture to the hip-hop culture? No. Was the Puerto Ricans bringing Puerto Rican culture to the hip-hop culture? No. The Jamaicans and the Puerto Ricans, much love to them. I love them. We all love them. You're the only one that's trying to separate it, Fat Joe. The Jamaicans and the Puerto Ricans wasn't bringing their culture to the hip-hop culture. They was coming to the hip-hop culture and acting like black foundational black men, for a better word, ninjas. That's my take on it, man. Hit that like, hit that share, subscribe to the channel. Fat Joe, you owe that man an apology. That's how I feel.